Okay. Alright, so this is a demo review for Challenger, who's a player on BossFight, which is a currently a 1 and 2 main team. And he dropped a pretty big bomb on this map. Going... Let me just get this off. Dropped a pretty big bomb on this map, getting like, I think, 109 ADR. Top fragger for his team, but they weren't able to pull through on this. So, he wants to know what more he could have done. It says his CT side wasn't great, even though his stats look good. Already hitting a really nice shot. That's pretty good. Pretty low risk second peek there. And you're able to get away for free. This is all just about like, I'd say, playing calm right here. This headshot angle, despite it feeling like it's kind of an easy shot for the Glock, is actually not as easy as you might think. So strafing left and right will keep you alive for a long time. But you can be a little more like calm and collected with the shots you're taking there. Glocks, if they're in bathroom still or even running a headshot, are not accurate from that range. So you could kind of like hang out there a little longer for your shots. Then again, Glocks can get lucky too. But that was a really good round. Really good. Two really clean kills. The first one was really sick. The second one, you guys kind of like all peeked him at the same time. If anyone does that, they gotta swing out a little farther too, though. It kind of seemed like you guys lined up there and actually gave him a bunch of 1v1s as opposed to like what was really supposed to be going on, which is like a lot of people swinging on him, especially if he's playing that angle. Not on anti-eco here. I think trying to get up to party is okay to spot, but it's a little risky to really fight it consistently. If they have deagles, they could just one-shot you, and even if you have an ump, you actually cannot one-shot them in the head because they have if they have head armor. So it's not always the best fight. And now you're just jump spotting long. This is fine. Probably gonna want to play somewhere a little closer on site once this all starts going down. The ump can do a lot of damage from farther back, but you don't want to really just give him a free plan or anything like that, I'd say. But your whole team buys SMGs, which is a little strange. I think you had money to buy a rifle, but I've noticed my team kind of buys umps a little less in general, unless we're doing some kind of like play with them, aggressive play, because just kind of like the whole advantage of... Okay, you just got hit by a really tough shot. There's not much you could do there, and you peeked with your flash, so I'm a fan of everything you did there. I think the utility, I mean the gun situation for you guys is a little strange with all these SMGs, but it worked out for you guys, so it's not horrible or anything. Jumping up though is just in general really risky. Okay, so you're just keeping a P2K, so I'm assuming. So I would normally assume that you're going for an op in the upcoming round. Just playing the range right here. Good use of utility as you're on your way out. Oh, that just nailed him. So that's pretty good stuff. And that was a really great round. Again, like kind of like low risk peaks and stuff like that there. Like you have the range with the P2K, and you know they're on no head armor. It'd be very, very surprising if they were buying there. Okay, so now you're on the E4, and you have no ops. A little strange for the first gun round. Makes it harder to secure the round without an op, but it's okay. Okay, so you guys decide against going for an aggressive play, which is kind of interesting, I guess. And this is an okay angle, but yeah, it's kind of more something you would use with an op, because players are going to strafe into your crosshair here, and unless you like really nail them, this is like a better op angle, I'd say. If you have a really nutty rifle or an AK, really nutty with the M4, it's okay, but it's definitely not. It's definitely could be better with an op there for sure. So you guys are just playing a setup here. I like this spot, and it helps so that your rotator can play behind you a truck if he does that. Like he could play right here. Oh, okay, that's exactly the setup. That's a great setup. I don't know why you fell out of there though. I think that the thing is you have a lot of utility right now, and you don't want to play like a one and done kind of spot when you have this much utility. You want to like obviously use it, you know, and that's a really good timing for that smoke right there. 35 seconds. Now if they're gonna push through it, they're gonna have like 15 seconds if they're gonna actually wait. And I like how you move here too. I would keep throwing all my nades, or I would throw another one or so, but you don't really know. It's better to have your gun out and be safe than sorry. And that's a peak you don't want to make, for sure. When you're playing there, like when you're a terrorist, the reason that spot's so powerful is because they have to peek so wide for it, and when they peek really wide for it, they have to cross this angle right here. Like you're giving up the whole advantage of this spot by like pushing out there. Just stay crouched, because then your guy at truck can get contact and they're going to be focused on him, and if they swing out any farther, now you pick up that kill. It's good in like late round situations, and it's good when you have some kind of setup, and you just gave that guy a pick. You basically gave him a pick in that round. Like just peeking out like that. Just stay crouched. Like it's totally fine. Yes, people pre-aim it, but like they have to counter strafe, and like you're more ready than they are, because this depth is this is like surprisingly like pretty deep corner. And sometimes people will kind of like strafe out, and like what people do a lot is they like strafe out, and then they kind of like think it's like more or less clear, but then they have to strafe out even farther to actually catch you. So that's why just sticking in this corner is really strong. Your utility usage could have been a little better, but your timing on the smoke was like super good there, actually. But you definitely could have gotten more out of that round if you played your spot a little differently. So this is like an okay spot. Like this is a spot like I'd see someone play on LAN, like like I feel like people on FaZe and stuff like that will play there. I forgot who, like I haven't watched a FaZe one for a while actually, but if I had to guess I would say Rain, but I'm not sure anymore because I haven't watched them for a while. I haven't actually watched them on Overpass since like Nico joined, so I'm not sure who plays Bathroom anymore. So it's a pretty good off angle. Also, you're like away from headshot level also. And this is good. You guys are getting picks here, and now you're falling off. Exactly how you should be. Playing it passive now. I wish one of you guys were jump spotting, though, right now. Like, now you have no intel. And jump spotting is such a low-risk play that gives you so much information that, like, if you just jump spot Dice or Default right here, or you jump spot farther back, I think those are both strong. Okay, so you're boosting your teammate. Another pretty strong play if they're not really in the bomb site yet. And I think the fight you chose to take there was not the greatest. You want to trade it, but I think it's much safer to like go down the ramp. And with how little, actually, let me see how much time they had. Let me see how much time they had so I don't get this incorrect. Okay, so they have less than 20 seconds. Like, they're gonna really force a plant any second now. And if you are able to like go through pit right here and like just like get up on them as he's trying to plant, like that can also just win you the round. Because if you kill the bomb planter, the other guy has to then peek even further, and like then it gives him a really bad situation. He can't like 1v2 it very easily at all. So I wouldn't have taken this fight. I would have moved left, or at least, I mean, under calm circumstances, I would move left. I wouldn't have swung right and double peek. It's just like you're not really seeing a lot, and all they have to do is peek down like one sidewalk. You know, they know exactly where your head's gonna be. They know exactly how you're gonna be, but you don't, like, you're fighting like a battle where like you're fighting like their angle. You know, like you don't know their elevation when you make that peek. You don't know if they're like at the bottom. You don't know if they're on site, close up. Like their headshot level, it makes it a harder shot for you in general. And when you move in the pit though, like now you're giving them the hard fight usually, or it's like a more 50-50 fight, I'd say. This is a pretty good pistol spot. Let me see what your guys' actual setup is. So you got like a bunch in connector, and then you guys are a little split up here. I'm not really big on that. It looks like the flash they threw was kind of bad, and you were able to get one. So you kind of did your job on this round. That's all you can really hope for. That's more than I would even expect from being in that spot. A lot of people, everyone nowadays just pop flashes into that. Did Challenger ask you to review his demo? Yes, yeah, he's a customer. He's a paying customer. Is this a one-way? Ooh. Yo, this is dirty. Wait, what? This is so nasty. That's pretty cool. Seems kind of risky if you don't have anyone connector with you, but man, that's pretty good. Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay, yeah, you're trying to get out of there. Sometimes I've noticed players will just like actually stay in connector hella long because of how risky it is to leave. I might have done the same thing there though, trying to leave connector, but like what I actually think is the right play is actually to stay in there pretty frequently. You got one pick there and like no one was even attempting to trade him. Like I don't know. Countlessly it happens where you just like try to run out like that. And what you kind of did was play like a one and done instead of like actually trying to like stay alive. I mean, like, you tried staying alive, but like, it's really just, this is such a window, you know? Like, I bet you've played like this before and you try to like get away, and like, but it's such a window for the other team to like pick you right here, like just this whole run across right here, and they can even have like, maybe they couldn't have been long bathroom by then, but yeah, it's really just risky to do that. So, I might have chose to stay in connector, maybe like have a guy at B with you to help you, or have your guy at A maybe help you by flashing or something like that. Like I don't think a flash could have gotten that guy because he was just peeking as you were running out, but I think you could have gotten a little more there, or stayed alive a little longer. And sometimes that just bugs a team a lot if they know that you're just, you know, in connector, and now you have a fast rotate on any side. Like, they might try to, if they try to spend all this time to hunt you, you might just get more of them. And additionally, like, a lot of CT teams, if they just keep connector control for a long period of time, like, the T team knows that they're like gonna get pinched at any given second, and they get really, it's very hard for them to play properly. So think about just staying in there. The thing is, like, that's like a really risky play too. If there is a second guy in connector, you don't want to get traded. But I feel like I mean, that guy was like kind of clueless in connector. So, and the way he was kind of playing made it. I might just be seeing X-rays, so I kind of know there actually. So, it's easier obviously with X-rays to know what the right play is, in that sense. It's such a 50-50 play, but I think you could. I think I would choose to stay in connector from now on. And you seem to like kind of know that the guy. Oh, that's a really nice flash. Oh, double flashing. Okay. Wow, that was a perfect pre-aim. That was pretty cool. You had a good round there. It was cool that you guys like did the double flash too. I guess you knew the first one wasn't good for some reason. Oh, wasn't your name Rain before actually? Just realized that. Dang, you're just taking a dry fight. Ballsy. Okay. That's really ballsy. Like, what if they just rush you? You're actually dead. Even though they're, I mean, you know they're on pistols, but that's such a dangerous fight. That's kind of like the situation, like why I wouldn't play there. Like, you have such a tough fallback, and like usually I think when you're playing there, you're hoping that they're gonna go like this, right? That they're gonna peek you like that, and you just kill one and fall off. But instead he has a pistol, so he's just mobbing you and he's just running at you, and like that's why I was kind of like a little like on LAN. I feel like it's better to play this spot, and you might see like pros do this. And with an op, it's a really good spot because you can just aim, you could scope right here and you're going to hit them whether they come from this side or come from this side. But yeah, it seems like it's kind of difficult to like, I mean, unless you're really confident in just getting a headshot and falling off, like, which is why on land I think it's easier. Because you can usually kill peekers a little safer like that. Oh god. That was crazy. I think, I'm assuming you guys thought they were on a gun round, because I don't think he would do that against pistols normally. That's just being aware of their money. They're like double saving here or something weird. Whatever. I mean, on a gun round that makes sense, but that's just knowing your opponent's money right there, because you didn't really get anything, or you didn't get nearly as much as you should. If you want to maintain bathroom control, where's a better place to be? I noticed Simple would play like middle bathrooms all the time, and he would just shoulder both sides. When Simple plays it, he goes just right here, and he kind of goes like that, and like that, and like that, and like that. And all he'll always do is he'll like maybe take like, if he has an AK, like a couple shots like towards this, but then he'll just smoke middle bathrooms right here, and then he'll like play behind it, and then as he knows his smoke is going away, that's when he falls back. So you're just saving. Okay, whatever. I'll just explain more spots. Other things you can do are just like actually aggress towards party. You were pretty good at doing that before, and I think you're pretty good at aiming and whatnot, so I don't see... I think you're totally okay with taking this fight where you know, smoke right here, peek over it, try to take a couple fights right here. It maintains the illusion that like you could be still party. Additionally, if you don't get picked, it's risky, but that's kind of what you have to do at A. You have to do a lot of risky kind of like fighty plays, because if you let any team just execute on A on you, like they're gonna molly everything and smoke everything, and you can't really hold it, and then retaking it is really hard because they'll just plan for bathrooms, and then you just like, I don't know, that's not much you can do about it if your team doesn't save for the retake, save utility for the retake. The trash can's okay too. This is okay, like on top of it, because then their shadows will always like appear before you see them, but it's kind of a one and done also. Like Overpass has a lot of like one and dones on the CT side, and it's kind of hard. If a team is actually playing coordinated and together, it's really hard to like get a good spot and fall off of it effectively. So you kind of do have to gamble like that. So that spot's okay. It's like I think it's usable. But like it's not a spot you'd want to play against pistols. Against pistols, I would more likely favor like middle bath. I call this sandwich with my team right here, sandwich. So like I'd more favor just kind of like playing like this, because then you have a lot of time. You have a lot of time to like, you know, find out where the enemies are, and then you could fall back. You could even play like front bathroom. Like against pistols, you could even play like kind of like over here sometimes, or like, I don't know, like even farther forward, or just like take a peek out like this, you know, like those are all like viable, because they're all risky. Like there's no way to like hold any of these angles and not have like some kind of risk. Okay, so you're just gonna probably save again here. These are... Oh, you're actually going for this? Okay, alright, okay. Wait, you're actually going for... Oh, 1v2, okay. I wish I would've... Okay, let me go back, because I didn't actually get to see that. I don't know why that happened or what transpired to make you decide to do that. Sorry about that. I thought you were going to save. Why did it switch players? Okay, so you're like pushing through, and I'm assuming you're just gonna catch a guy right here. Probably, yeah, like right this guy. Okay, that's reasonable. Yeah, that's just obvious. That's just obviously a very hard play in general. There's a better way to flash over this, where you can do a left-right click actually, and it goes like right over. If you actually just left-right click and throw it straight over, that'll be better. I don't think your flash didn't catch him at all. I mean, pushing your own smoke there is just super risky, and you kind of have to do something. I think almost even better than that is you throw the flash through the smoke, but like that's just really hard in general, unless you know that flash was supposed to work or something, but it ended up not working, so I guess not. You could throw it through it, like so it lands like over here, and then you kind of like peek out with it, but I mean that's a pretty impossible round anyways, dude. I mean it's kind of crazy for trying it. Okay, so let's see. It's like an eco strat. Gandhi's got full utility. How are you guys using this? You guys are basically just stacking the site? Okay. This is a pretty good angle for a deagle. And they're all just going long A on you guys, though. As soon as you find out, rotating. Your guy was already water, I think. I mean, doesn't. You need some people to go CT, and you were definitely that guy here. I think it might make sense, though, to just send all of you guys through connector to try to flank additionally. I don't think you're really expecting to win this. But if you send like a mob through connector, you have a pretty nice chance of like just getting some guns, you know, flanking them or whatever. Because usually more people are going to be playing towards a bathroom or whatever than actually watching the connector. Okay. All right, you're playing B now, which is interesting. I guess during the pause you probably talked about changing the setup a little bit. Dang, you guys really just don't use utility in the beginning of rounds. That felt like you're just uncomfortable in this spot. Like, I don't know, like that, like you. From what I just saw, you don't play B very often. Like that. Let me see what you say. Started trying to help B since all of our gun rounds were lost playing B -1, but lack of communication just makes it harder. Yeah, like what? I mean, you wanna have a better that setup was pretty bad, honestly. What you want to do usually is get like a smoke here, and then you play like one guy like on the right side, like in one of like either close or far back. Usually far back is better, or even on this railing or something like that. And then one guy like either wood or like behind the pillar or barrels or like helping him somehow. Usually like back pillar is really strong because you're not going to get blind by most flashes, but you're also like able to like move in case you do get blind. Like you'll move back and forth and whatnot. But there you like threw a flash and like you tried peeking from pit, but you obviously peeked out way too wide and they were just able to shoot you in the side of the head. That's not good either. Maybe you could have used your utility a little differently though, like threw a Molotov towards short so you don't have to worry about that, then can just focus on this. The flash you threw was perfect, but then it wasn't capitalized on at all. I don't know if the guy was able to get a kill off of it or anything, but I get you're trying to help B, but if you're not really, if you guys haven't practiced it, like playing you there, I think this is something you got to practice more, like, you know, changing up setups and whatnot. My team goes through a lot of different setups on CT side. Like, we put people in different places because even though we're most comfortable in certain spots, like, we want to, like, know for sure, oh, wait, is one guy just magically super good at a spot, like, so he can play it? Or, like, can we, like, try a stack or whatever? Like, these are things you just got to practice, you know? You had no idea the guy was out monster? That's really weird because I feel like your teammate was getting contact with him. And, okay, now you're just on a deagle, like, that's, like, impossible. So, unless you just have to hit like a bunch of deagle headshots. There wasn't much you could do at the end there. But that was like with any, I don't know if you play B at all, but like with any experience, I don't think you would look like that. Like that was really kind of bad, kind of crappy. Like your setup there, like you could flash and then peek, you know, or like have the guy that's playing farther back graffiti flash, and then you and the barrels guy can peek at the same time, or like you should if you throw your flash, just I mean, you didn't know, you said that he was out, but like it's kind of weird because wasn't your guy at barrels like spotting all of this? Like that's just poor communication or something. Okay, let's see your pistol strat. Okay, so you're like kind of doing a lurk play towards B, so oh, you guys are doing like a water crunch from connector at the same time, maybe? Oh, no, okay. That's interesting. And the other team is doing a retake setup, I think? Some kind of retake setup? Oh, but you guys pulled all their rotates already. Wow. And now you go back. Okay. It's really hard to have a good post plant at B if you guys don't take hit control. And it didn't seem like you guys had really any intention to do that. All you guys threw was a sidewalk smoke. I don't know, that was a really funky strat, truthfully. Oh, he's just holding it. Wow. Oh, that was so close. Dang. I like that you got out, but like I kind of feel like someone had to make a play there, whether it was you or not. And what you could do like with that sidewalk smoke is you could make some plays by standing like, you know, right in it, or like going through it eventually, trying to timing them or something. But like since you're like, I think you guys had a pretty quick man disadvantage. Playing passive there is just rarely gonna work out in your favor unless you're like. Unless they just push you, like, unnecessarily. Like, because anytime CTs have man advantage on a retake, they can always just put one guy on the bomb, everyone else watches something. Especially if they know you guys aren't pit. Like, there's only 2 spots you guys could have been. I think you guys kind of have to make a play there, as opposed to trying to play passive on it. Okay, you're just trying to get through bathrooms, and you're just taking fights and whatnot. This is kind of squirmy. Not too much to say about that. It's just pretty simple. I think one flashbang though could make that strat like kind of work, but you guys aren't trying to buy too much because you're trying to buy this round. So, oh, okay. So you're actually playing the same spot in the default that I play. I play here also. When we end up defaulting, like it'll be me and one other person or me or whatever, like whatever our setup is. Okay, so I'm pretty familiar with this. I don't know. Another little tidbit, you could just spam this all the time. You could spam this every time you're here. I think it's always just worth it, because people always just run across like this, you know? I mean, sometimes people just run across, or they try to get water or something. So you're just hanging out, kind of making sure that they don't over-rotate or anything like that, and now you're just going to lurk out, keeping their attention. This is pretty good. You're actually doing a pretty good job keeping them here, while your team's working up at A. And you're finding picks, like, that's really good. Wow. Okay. So you basically just took the whole bomb side by yourself. It's just hoping your team could capitalize on it. If you guys don't win this round, it's not your fault. You did everything perfectly that round. That's like exactly how you should lurk. Not taking under heaven was not smart. Easy retake with no sight control for T. Yeah, that's what King 6 said. Is pretty accurate. Just like in the pistol, yeah. I mean, like back to that. Like if you don't have control of this, it's so easy for CTs to retake B. Playing like a retake B, like where they don't have that. I mean, like, yeah, whatever. Okay, you guys win. Thank God. Okay, so you're just going B again. Just gonna work it. I don't know if you know for sure they're on an eco. Let me see. I mean, I guess you could kind of assume that they're on an eco here. I would play farther back here. You're kind of in water by yourself, and yeah, you can farm kills, but it's also very risky because, I mean, they could obviously. I mean, you have connector guys too, so they actually shouldn't be that bad. Oh wow, this guy barrels might screw you over. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I guess that's one way to play an anti-eco. I like what I'm seeing. I like this a lot. That spam is just so good. Like, there's no reason to ever almost not do it. It's like it's pretty much a no risk play. It's like the body wallbang. Like, why would you ever not do it? It's not like people are ever spam you back, ever. I was trying to even find a counter spam for it, but like it's so not worth it. Okay, now you're just running out. This is really strange. You guys on your anti-ecos keep splitting up, and like this seems really unreasonable that you guys are just kind of like going everywhere by yourselves. I mean, I don't like this isn't really a good whatever you did for this anti-eco just clearly was inconsistent. Like, you could just send everyone in one direction more and like prod it with one guy first or something, and then but now you're like really screwed over, and this is like nearly impossible, especially with this health. I mean, it's hard for me to strongly critique this round because everyone on your team died, like, and I think they were more not supposed to than. Ooh, wow, how come that guy didn't spam me? Okay, I think that's actually kind of a misplay. I think, well, you don't know where they are and you have to get out of your smoke, but no, it's not really, because, well, okay, kind of is. If the guy is here, he's gonna kill you no matter what. Like, if you jump through your smoke, what I see like pros do sometimes, and one thing that Zach from Immortals used to do, like, was he would like throw these kind of smokes, then he would like just crouch through them, and then like he would take a completely new fight, like crouching all the way through and like do something else like that. So I think the way you went through it was kind of like, it was a terrible situation, like, so I can't be too harsh on it, but like I think you could have totally actually clutched that out, potentially. Okay, so you guys do a water crunch and you did really well there. You got flashed in, you got the kills, you're supposed to do the trade after that, and then you go back monster. Okay, this is good. This is good. That's good. That's a good Molotov. Also, yep, it's a great Molotov. Okay, this is what you guys should have done in the pistol. Like, now you have this kind of control here. Like, you kind of have to fight for it, and that's exactly what you did. You fought for this control, and now you have a really, really impossible to breach, like, post-plant situation. I mean, it's doable to breach it, but, like, it's very hard. And you actually got a 4K this round. Nice round, dude. Okay, well, this guy's running away. That was a pretty good play overall. Okay, now you guys are just kind of like grouping up at A. Okay, good. This is like your anti-eco, right? Like, you guys are moving together more so now. You're using nades at least to clear things out. You're holding, not going too fast in anything. Like, okay, this looks like a more proper anti-eco. Sure, you can get flanked because you don't have any B presence, but like, you guys are aware of that, and you're actually gonna go back B. Okay, this is a good anti-eco. Like, I like this a lot more. The other one was just like a gun default, and I don't know what you guys did. Oh, that's a great flash because of that bounce. Oh, that dude got decimated. Clearing, like, yeah, this looks really good. Oh, that's like a nearly perfect nade. The thing is, yeah, Kingsig, it's hard to be too critical because you don't know if he's playing like right behind the smoke. When he throws that smoke right here, like, if he jumps out of it, he doesn't know if there's a guy right here or like right here, you know, like holding it. So jumping out of it might save his life there. But then after he gets out, like, that's when you kind of have to like calm down and like maybe start like walking around and going in different places. Okay, you're just safe, or you're just getting out of there. You actually were able to get 2 offs. That's not good. Like, that's such a nitpicky little thing, and like, it's just like clutcher preference kind of stuff. Like, you do have to get out of your smoke, but yeah. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, you didn't even peek long. Uh-oh. You're going for this fight? Oh wow. That's a little crazy. I would have done that with a teammate for sure. I would say, you know, you just get a teammate to flash you over. That flash wasn't that good actually, so It's pretty miraculous you're able to come away with one. You guys kind of like split up a little too much on these. Like, it's not like this is that, like, I don't know if you guys have to implement a buddy system like that worked for my team on Nuke, where I just paired everyone with someone else when we had one guy like watching flank or something like that. Like, just pair people, like pair together. Like, you guys are all kind of like split up here, and like it seems like you guys are just kind of scrimming out A. But like, you need to be closer. You need to be like trading off these kills more, and like you guys aren't really trading properly or like moving forward properly, or like it seems so kind of, oh wow, that movement. It just seemed kind of like so rash or like haphazard, or just there was no. It's like, I get you guys have an objective, but you guys aren't even like going about doing that objective like together. Like, it seems like one at a time running out, and you're just like, oh, we just kind of like run out and go to the bomb site together, and everyone works their picks and whatnot. And yeah, okay, that guy got a really sick round, and he kind of timinged you really hard. I don't think you need to ever look away though. For one, I don't like if you have good reaction time, which I can tell you do, and good aim, flicky aim, which you do. You should just hold this a lot of the time. Like, people jump spot this the whole time. They will always jump spot this. Like, you just hold that. Like, me going A isn't something we really practice. Kind of work. I just kind of work how I do in Pugs, honestly, when I go A. Yeah, I can kind of like see that. Because like you weren't doing anything as a team, and like your flash was actually kind of bad at long. I bet J-Mac's mad after that. Just having played with him before a little bit. Yeah, this is a good jump spot. Okay, you guys are just kind of like four-man pistoling. Wow, how is this working? Oh my god. What the hell? Oh god. Okay, in clutches, you like run too much. Like he doesn't know you're there. He was looking CT spawn, like, and then you started making noise, and like he should know where you are, kind of, but like when you start running like that, it really gives away just way too much there. And if you just stay patient and walk, like, you have better aim than that guy. If you end up in a like a proper aim duel at any point in that, I think you beat that guy. So I think you can like, you could have got the bomb and like gone all the way back to B. You could have like just held for even longer after you got the bomb or something, but instead you started running, and it's just, you don't want to get caught in a bad spot, but like walking there is so perfect. Like, it's yeah. Seems like you run, yeah, you just, okay, that's the first time they posted an op there. I don't really blame you for that. I would have peeked it a little more shouldery personally. Like, I noticed you kind of like wide peek a little more than I do. But like, you have probably snappier aim than I do also, so it works for you. Like, I just like something like that, you know? Like I don't know. In no clip it's weird, but yeah. I don't really blame you for that though. That's the first time I think he's op monster and you didn't know that. And if you took an angle there, you would have been fine. Like you're wrecking them with rifles. Like, anytime you're in a rifle battle with anyone here in this game, so. I don't get why this other team does this. Like, what's the point of throwing a water molly if you're not even gonna take water control? You know, like. Oh, I like this. Oh, that's just. Dang, he almost caught him. I liked it. I like the play. Like, you can sometimes catch people off guard for sure. When you do that stuff. Like, it works. Okay, now you guys are just peeking one by one with a gap. Okay, that's a little weird, but. Ah! Is this how it ends? Yeah, I mean, he was opping monster last round, and usually guys don't op pillar, they op like... Usually people have like two things, they either op like this, or they op all the way back here, or like somewhere else, you know? So, okay. Okay, let's go over this. Okay, CT side, I think the spots you were playing, like, didn't seem like you were always aware of the enemy's, like, the opponent's, like, buys, and, like, sometimes you'd play, like, too close, when obviously they can have when they're pistoling, and it overwhelmed you twice. And that's just like kind of like something your IGL should be aware of, or someone on the team needs to speak up about. But if you actually legitimately knew in a lot of those rounds that they were on pistols, then I think you're playing them like pretty incorrectly. Personally, you're too close, or like you didn't have really avenues to escape where you could just take a couple quick shots at range and then fall off. Like middle bathroom is super strong on anti-ecos because you can just take a couple shots at party, and unless they 1D you, you're not gonna die. I mean, but that's always a possibility. Like someone could always 1D you, you know. So you don't really game plan around that as much. And that one time you went like top connector and through the smoke, I'm sure you thought that was a gun round. Like I don't think you make that play against pistols ever. So that was a little odd also. You get kind of antsy in your spots, and it kind of seems like you're uncomfortable despite yourself. So you're holding like good angles a lot of time, but like you get uncomfortable in them. So let me show you what I'm talking about, like more specifically. Like you kind of seem like puggy, you know, like it seems kind of puggerish. Like you need to just hold something for a long time, and like having that patience is just really important to play in like league and like in a team environment where you have a crossfire setup. Like there's no reason. Like let's go back on overpass. So I'll go over some spots and whatnot. I don't play A though, for my team. I do play like the B default kind of spot, but you basically did almost what I do in a lot of it. Okay. Go. Okay, so CT side. So like the biggest example I can think of is you were right here, and then you just like peeked out and got destroyed. Like you don't ever want to just like, you don't ever want to peek here, you know, like you don't ever want to like fight this headshot angle. Like this dude would love for you to peek him, and that's exactly what you did pretty much. I mean, admittedly he was right here and you moved out, but like look at how far deep this guy has to swing out, and like if he swings out this far to even shoot you, like he's exposed to this, he's exposed to this and this. Like that's why that spot is so powerful, because people like are very like when they check this, like imagine running up on the bomb site. You don't just like run and go like hi, because like someone could have been behind truck this whole time, and someone could be just holding right here, you know. If anyone's holding right here, then clearing this angle is like nearly impossible, like without dying, you know. They have to peek out all the way to like there or whatever. So just stay crouched there for sure and be confident in this. Like your aim's good, dude. Like you shouldn't be just like peeking into them a lot of the time. Like you could take a few more passive battles and be fine. If you're confident enough to hold this, angle, there's no reason you shouldn't be confident enough to hold that angle, because this angle can get you like 1 or 2 kills, like a lot. Especially it can get you 1 kill all the time, and it can get you 2 if you have a teammate on the bomb site like with you, because then they'll say 1 dead truck. And like what frequently happens is they don't know, is that the close guy in the one and done, or is it the guy behind truck that died or whatever. So then they're unsure about their peak when they're coming up, the second guy. Like just imagine the comms there. Like Imagine the comms if you have a guy with you truck. Like, what are they gonna say? There's one truck. I'm pushing him. Oh, there's another guy truck. Like, what do people call this a different name? Like that's I'm assuming a lot there, but like honestly, like they don't. They call it truck also. So like, oh, there's two truck. Oh, I killed one truck. Where's the other guy? He's truck. Like, just think about this kind of stuff, you know? Like, these spots are just powerful because of like how easy it is for opponents to confuse what you're doing. Additionally, I think you guys could use like boost here and stuff like that more. You know, this spot, like the boost here. Like you like this angle a lot. Like, but you're right here. Imagine if you're right here. Like, it's super powerful. And your utility timing was usually pretty good. But you could have even used it more. Like, you never smoked middle bathrooms and played around here, which is very, very powerful. And like late round at A, you should just double up with your teammate a lot of the time. Well, okay, SK plays it in a weird way. Okay, some pro teams have a weird system where they know how to play with each other, away from each other, which is very confusing to me, and I don't run it with my team. But like, usually you're just gonna like double up 2 towards bathrooms like later into the round, or 2 towards long. If you let them execute on the A bomb site and they're good, they're gonna molly this, they're gonna molly this, they're gonna smoke off bank, they're gonna smoke CT, and like there's nowhere for you to play anymore. So your options instead are usually just like double up and kind of like push towards long and retake that and play like a retake style after you kill the long guys, or double up bathrooms and just keep taking all these fights until they all die or you all die, and then you at least you slowed them down for your team to like get there, you know, and rotate. But instead you kind of played this like the passive setup's good if you know their like nades are low, which is a really like kind of ballsy call to make. But you can instead like try to, if your match is tomorrow, I would just say go with what you've been doing, more or less, but like trust your spots a little more. Additionally, just you should jump spot a little differently. The way you're jump spotting at long is like you were like this, just kind of like jumping, like that's how you die. Like, just do this, you know, it's not hard. Like, you just run forward and run backwards. Like, this is a much harder shot for someone to hit than for than to like, you know, than just jumping up straight and down. Also, when you're here, don't just jump up straight and down. Like, if a dude's like lucky or like peaked at the perfect time, if a dude magically like was able to post up the second you did that, you're just dead. Like jump to the side, you know, like do this. This didn't ever hurt you, but like against better teams it will. So I don't know if the team you're playing tomorrow is better or worse than the team you already played, but that's that mostly. For B, play around the pillar. If you actually want to help B, just play around the pillar, because what a normal B setup will look like is like one guy right here, one guy kind of here, and then like one guy here. And if you threw like a 4th guy on B, what would help the most is if like you had like a guy wood and a guy pillar, or a guy pit additionally, but mostly like playing close up, because what happens is like, how do people throw execs for B usually? Like they look like this most of the time, right? So like pit's useless now. Pit's nullified. So you don't want to be in pit here, because the only way you're going to peek is from here. So like behind the pillar is really strong. Behind wood is just kind of strong, because then you can just kill them as they're coming out. You get the shadow advantage too, because their shadows run out right there. Like you know when they're coming before they even come out. Like you know before they do, even though your geometry is slightly worse technically. Like you can start like pre-firing them, stuff like that really easily. Also, you can like help out either one. You could play around this pillar. You could go for a kill here, and then like you could play like around this side. Then you can peek that. Then you peek like this, and like you just move around this pillar really well. And your movement and stuff like that is good enough that like you could make really good work of that pillar, and you should do that. Additionally, like you're good enough that you could be like playing fighting party a little more. If you're not comfortable with these fights though, going into tomorrow and like trying to do them is going to be really difficult for you. But like if you're gonna pug it all today or do any kind of practice before your next match, like try fighting here a little more. Like you're good. Like your aim's good. Your shots are good. Like you shouldn't be scared of like trying to get your team an advantage here. Also, think about double opping. Like, I know your team has an idea of not doing that, but like CT side is where like you can have like like more like individual impact and whatnot, just from holding something really well. And if you feel more comfortable opping, I think you should bring up the idea that you can op. Like, it's not like you would buy it, but like let's say a terrorist drops an op and your team already has one, pick up the second one. Like I see every team do it. My team does it. Literally, the team we're gonna play against tomorrow does it. Pros do it. Like double opping on this map, even on T side, is good. Like there's so many long range battles, and people have to peek things all the time. If you're gonna start opping, the most basic angle is just right here. just hold this, because people always peek this, and you don't get flash. Like, no one, like, teams aren't, like, not good enough to, like, flash this ever. What they always do is they'll smoke this, and that's when you fall off. And then even if they smoke that, you can still play, like, around here. You can play, like, here, and then you could, like, sometimes play here, and then, like, I don't know, if you're really confident in your flicks, you can, like, play there also. That's really gutsy, but, like, you're actually not that, like, if you miss that, if you're holding this, you miss this flick, you can fall back so easily, it's not even hard, you know? So that's, like, an op angle you play. Additionally, just holding long, you know, like, just like this. You don't have to do anything crazy about it. You can play up by map also. Map gets kind of claustrophobic though, so I'm not a big fan of it. And if anyone ever like runs to headshot, you're in a really bad fight here, because they're just gonna hold you right here, like, and they might not be the exact angle you think they are, and you might miss. Also playing like front bathroom right here with an op is really strong. Just like you could peek out like this, then you move back and like just, you know, fight someone there or something, and then like you can move back. And if you have a teammate, it's really good too. Okay, let's talk about T side. T side, you definitely look really uncomfortable at A. Just double up. Just double up with your teammates. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, you guys had like, you guys would like go to the same objective, but you wouldn't really like work the same objective together. Like, the most teamwork I saw from you guys was honestly when you guys had pistols and you guys were all just pushing A together. Like, that was the most like synced round. That was like kind of like loose but synced round that you did, other than like I don't know, because most of the time at B you're just kind of doing stuff by yourself, and like, yeah, you're like freaking raw like running out at B, and like honestly this is like an aim map, and like I love just kind of like walking out B and like trying to take these aim duels, but if a team's smart and good, they're just gonna hold you with an op, and that won't work. That kind of stuff won't work. Like they'll just post an op heaven and then you're just dead like every time. So this is kind of something you can get away with if you know where their opper is and they don't have a second opper. But like, most of the time, I mean, I don't know. There's no most of the time, because oppers will play A and B. I'd say. I'd say more often than not they're A, but like very frequently at B also. So, but when you're on these like random rounds where you don't know what you're doing really, I would say just try to communicate very simply with one other teammate. Hey, let's do something. Like, if your IGL says, let's go A, pick a partner, pick someone you like playing with and going around who doesn't have a partner already, and say, hey, JMac, or hey, BMAT, or whoever, just come along with me. You know, we'll take long together. Like, it's that simple. You just, from what it looked like, it seems like you guys aren't really like communicating what everyone is doing individually very much. And you guys are just kind of like moving up very like gradually together, but like not really. And so just like, it's if you just like have any like little bit of like, just say a word like, I'm gonna go long. Even if you say I'm gonna go long, that might mean your teammate should come with you. But like, that's what I do in pugs. Like, I don't really pick people to like go with me in places, but like if I'm kind of pugging, like, sometimes people will be like, oh, Maui Snake's going long, I'm gonna go long with him. You know, like that can lead to team play also. Just like any little like just little tidbit of information can like really help you guys win these, because they had 2 at long that one time, and your teammate just kind of like peeked it and died, and you weren't there to play with him, even though you were right here. Like, because I don't think you were aware of what he was doing, and he wasn't aware of what you were doing, and then it just leads to like frustration and stuff like that, because your teammate's gonna see you right here, and he's gonna die, and he's gonna be like, why is Challenger not peeking with me? It's like, well, because you didn't know. So just get on the same page. Like, say, you know, I think I've already said this enough. Like, I think you should get it. So, okay, that's mostly it, though. Other than that, I mean, like, your aim and skill is like pretty high. Your individual skill is really high, so I don't need to really comment on that kind of stuff. Your aim is good, yeah. The way you peek was a little like sometimes awkward, or like for me it felt weird, where like you would just run across like an angle and like probably react and like shoot someone. Like, okay, one time when you were clearing connector with the deagle, you just did this, and it's like this was so crazy to me. Like, I don't think I've ever just done that. Like, this is like, you're putting so much faith in you like counter strafing and then just deaking them in the face. Like, I'll usually move across it like just so that like if anyone does peek because they hear me running, I'm like kind of more ready for it, you know? So, but that's just personal preference stuff, and like if you're not, I mean, you don't have to play like I do in those kind of situations. So, Yeah, so that's pretty much it though. Wait, what's funny?